It's Crystal, your very own personal beauty pro. And when I say I'm your own beauty pro, it's because I actually am a beauty pro. I'm a professional makeup artist of over 10 years now. Along the way, I have also become a licensed hairstylist and skincare specialist. As a makeup artist, I primarily do what's called advertising or commercial work. I've also done some editorial work. That's the kind you'll find in magazines, the catalogs and things of that nature. A little TV, hopefully in the future some film. In the past I've done bridal. I do very little of that now. I do quite a few actors and actresses and models, but sometimes I do individual people. And I've also been given individual and small group classes for a few years now. Along the way to getting to this point in my makeup artist career, I worked for MAC for almost 8 years in one capacity or another. And working at MAC was quite the experience. It helped me to develop in so many different ways along with my other professional training. So with all that being said, I absolutely love what I have learned along the way and behind the scenes and sharing it with other people, because as much information is out there on the internet nowadays, I notice a lot of people still have so many questions and there's so much misinformation out there as well. So I love letting you in on the real pro tips. I know that on YouTube and on the internet in general, when people hear makeup artists, and they're not always quite sure what they do. Nowadays, when people visit a beauty channel, they expect you to basically be a QVC where you buy every new release and whatever they request that you buy, you run out and buy. Now, of course, we're beauty lovers here, and we most definitely, when we're able, we will be checking out the latest and the greatest. I also want to give you the tools to be able to use the things that you buy. I want you to have that professional experience at home, and I hope that you'll enjoy that journey. Now, with that being said, I have the most decadent, ridiculous, outrageous Pat McGrath haul. Before I share that, I want to do a little history lesson today in the spirit of that makeup education I was talking about, and really talk about the woman behind the brand Pat McGrath Labs. Here's one of the things that kind of prompted me to do this. Nowadays, everybody's so free to say whatever comes to their mind, whatever comes up, comes out on social media. Of course, we know that's not always the best thing ever, especially when that individual is not necessarily so nice to begin with. On Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, there is a whole culture where people just hop on and speak to people with the utmost disrespect. They speak to people in a way they never would in person, nor would even be socially acceptable anywhere with any civilized human being. Among those people they get online and disrespect are brand owners. Like, now people don't have a problem getting on Trendmood or Twitter and tweeting the actual brand owner, calling them obscene names, cursing at them, and actually expecting them to follow through on their requests. Like, who responds to people cursing at them and name calling and saying, oh yes, I'll be happy to develop a product just for you. You know, that's the culture of people today. And one of the things that I see people doing is complaining about prices. Now, of course, we know price is an object for, you know, most of humanity. Not everyone can afford luxury makeup, and that's understandable. But to begrudge somebody who has the experience to be in the luxury market is not to have given it much thought. People say, you know, who does Pat McGrath think she is to charge such prices? But the real question is, who do you think she is not to be able to charge such prices? She has earned her way into that market. You will never see people go to Rodeo Drive or the Champs-Élysées in Paris, or to Dolce & Gabbana or Gucci or Armani and demand that they lower their prices. People just understand that that's luxury, and either they're in that bracket or they aren't. They complain about her prices as if she doesn't deserve to charge those prices. Now, they wouldn't complain about a Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana or Armani, but perhaps they're not aware that Pat McGrath helped create and launch the Gucci Cosmetics line, consulted and helped create products for Armani, and actually created the Dolce & Gabbana beauty line. Now, how much hand she has in any of those now, I don't know, but she's launched them. She was global director for Procter & Gamble. Under the Procter & Gamble umbrella was CoverGirl and Max Factor. She has done major campaigns for pretty much anyone who's anyone in the fashion industry. Countless runway shows, and has done all of that and managed to be generous, kind, and giving back to the industry. So Pat McGrath has earned her luxury rights. This information is common knowledge, it's easily accessible. So anybody who doesn't know Pat McGrath's credentials are pretty much choosing not to know, or they know and they're not giving it any weight. Now I wonder what that reason could be. That's a whole different video.
And if you don't know, now you know.
So we're going to move on and have some fun with this haul. One of the palettes in the haul is Pat McGrath's Mothership 3, the Subversive palette with these absolutely gorgeous colors. They call the special shade the last 4 shades that have this beautiful glistening, shimmering, sparkling quality. The formula is so exquisite. There's little to no fallout. The quality is superb. I'll reserve actually swatching and reviewing the palettes in detail for another video. So please let me know in the comment section which one you're more interested in seeing. Now, the way I try to make myself feel a little better about these purchases is that I only purchase Pat when she is on sale for 20–25% off. She had a couple of those as an apology for the mishaps with customer service. And I was thinking, now, only Pat McGrath can do you wrong and have you give her more money. I experienced the formulas in that palette and how exquisite they were. I went off the deep end. The one that stood out to me most from what I could see online was Mothership 5 Bronze Seduction. This palette, I don't know, the word stunning and gorgeous and beautiful. I don't know how many times you can say those. I'm gonna have to think of some new adjectives for Pat McGrath. Then she released the Divine Rose palette. Divine Rose is gonna be a naturalistas and a bridal girl's dream palette. After those palettes, I was like, okay, I think I have everything I could possibly need. And along comes her quads. Ritualistic Rose. I feel like this is going to be an absolutely stunning companion to Divine Rose. So pretty and pink and bronzy. Nocturnal Nirvana. And these colors are just scrumptious. Certainly I didn't need another eyeshadow. Purple Rain. I heard people bragging about Pat McGrath's Permagel eyeliner pencils. I got those too. People were saying that even though it's a pencil, it goes on rich, almost like a liquid liner. So you saw the blue one in action. I got the blue and the black. Then of course she released the concealer, and we had to do that, did we not? So that was in the look in my last video, but I have not reviewed it yet. I'm gonna let you know exactly what I think about the formula. But I did pick up Pat McGrath's concealer. Sublime Perfection setting powder, and the last one I got was that sort of marigold shade. I believe it was number 3. I like that formula so much I went back and got the light medium 2. I have a couple of colors. I'm going to sort some out into a small sifter for my kit and keep some for myself because I think this is an excellent powder. Surely I could not go on without trying her lip products. The first one is Peep Show. Beautiful, pale, peachy pink nude. And I cannot wait to do like a multi-dimensional lip color with maybe a soft brown like Cork from MAC. Next shade may be the only item in the whole entire haul where I might be having a little bit of buyer's remorse. This is Candy Flip. And Candy Flip is described, I believe, as a coral and one of the brights. But I wanted it to be vivid and more neon. And it's a little bit subdued for my taste. And that's not to say it's not a very pretty color, but it's wearable and I wanted something loud. And I also wore in that blue eyeshadow look. This is called Faux Pas. And this is a beautiful lilac shade, and it's everything and more. And this shade can be a little difficult to formulate. So other brands have tried this color, but it usually comes out a little patchy. This is One Swipe Wonder. One swipe is even beautiful, luscious coverage. This is a beautiful lipstick because I cannot resist a good matte bright pink. I got Polaroid pink. A few of the lip glosses as well. This particular shade is Bronze Seductress. This golden peachy pink multi-chrome gloss is Coral Liaison. And this gorgeous shade is Dreamscape. I don't even know how to describe her. She's a multi-chrome as well. I think I see a little pink and gold in there. So I would love to show these to you in more close-up swatches in future videos. I got one of the mini gloss sets. Those are all the scrumptious new additions from the Pat McGrath labs. As you can see, we're going to have endless looks and fun with these. And please let me know if you have any of these. What are your favorites so far? Are there any you're thinking about trying? And are there any you want me to cover? I always have fun sharing with you and hearing from you. I look forward to seeing you in the very next video. But until next time, keep it pretty.